Ladies and gentlemen, we've got some things to discuss here. We have some things to discuss. Some new spoilers for Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 75 have come out. The full chapter should be out in a couple days, but we've got spoilers out now. So if you don't want to be spoiled, this is not the video for you. I'm going to be disappearing for just a moment here. I'll be on your screen, but I want y'all to see the full scope of what's going on. But we have Vegeta's new God Destruction form that actually has a name, but it's a name that could be a bit confusing to some because we don't know if it's going to be the official name translation. We have the Japanese name, but much like with Ultra Instinct, the translation changes things. Now, I want you to understand that we're going to go through all of that here on this video. For those of you who are new, subscribe. Maybe you guys don't know about this because I have tons of videos on the channel explaining what Ultra Instinct is. I mean, like tons, because there's different aspects to it, and I had to keep making new ones because they kept introducing new things, new aspects, new concepts behind UI. But we have Vegeta's new form, which may end up going down a very similar path. This could end up being Vegeta's. I mean, I think it is. I'm telling you right now, it's Vegeta's version of UI. We thought for a while that, you know, Blue Evolution was his UI, like his sort of step up, even though it wasn't quite on UI's level. This appears to be a technique or a transformation, whichever one you want to call it, that is, well, I mean, it is transformation, but it's also a technique that is on par with UI as far as like stuff, as far as rankings of the gods go. Obviously, the angels are above the gods of destruction, so UI would still be a higher tier. But for Vegeta and Goku's sort of individual road, individual, chasing down this great power they're both trying to get, it's like Vegeta's right there with them. Now, I'm not saying it's stronger than UI or not. We don't know yet. I know some folks are assuming it is. Some are saying, nah, not quite. We do not know yet, but he seems to be doing a lot better against Granola than Goku was. So one would lead you to believe it is, but when Goku was in silver hair, he was also tearing up Granola. So for a while. So we'll see if Vegeta's form has any drawbacks or anything like that, when the chapter comes out, or maybe even next chapter, because this fight may end up getting dragged on. So I want to real quick remove my face from the video here. I'm so sorry, ladies, you're not going to see my face anymore. But let's talk about some of this. It'll come back shortly. Let's talk about some of these spoilers. So we have Vegeta with a huge drop kick, Ricky Morton style, right to Granola's face, bro. Look at that. I love this art right here. Kick right to the face. Now, I do want to thank a couple people. I want to thank DBS Chronicles. I want to thank Herms for the translations, Chronicles for putting them in, even though he did his own translations, but they're very similar. And DBS Hype for getting this information. Okay. So, anyways, Vegeta with a big drop kick to Granola. We saw, we talked about in the last spoiler video from a few days ago that Vegeta was whooping up on Granola, bro. He was smashing this dude. So here we have some more stuff. Vegeta and Granola duking it out here. Granola doing his best. Vegeta just laughing at him with that. Look at that face up there in the upper left of your screen. That sinister Vegeta face that we all know and love. And this is a translation right here. You've really gotten too cocky, haven't you, you bastard? And this is where Vegeta grabs him by the collar, which we saw in the spoilers from a few days ago. Moving on to the next panel here, it says, "Prepare yourself because I'm going to take good care of you from here on out." And again, here's where from the collar, he headbutts him, which I love. I love Dragon Ball headbutts. I love it. Remember when Vegeta fought Zarbon and Zarbon just grabbed him by like the head and just started headbutting him over and over again? It was raw, bro. Like, this is like that. And Granola's over here. Literally, after Vegeta headbutts him, Vegeta just tosses him down, which, I covered the other day. And Granola what it looks like, starts to be bleeding from the mouth, right? I mean, look at Granola's mouth right there on the right. Looks like he's bleeding. So the strongest in the universe is leaking life liquid. That is interesting to me. That is very interesting to me. Moving on, here we have Vegeta coming up with a huge kick. Remember, you got to read right to left. So Vegeta here's preparing the kick, and then boom. This was like a damn Pele soccer kick, bro. Like, look at that. Look at that kick. Now, moving over to Herms' translations before we get to the last manga panel. Vegeta discusses his new form and he says, "Don't lump it in with that stupid technique. If Goku's selfish, which is Migate, then I'm self-centered, which is Wagamama. Call it the secret of self-center or the secret of egotism or various other possibilities. As you might guess, there's wordplay afoot." Okay, so check it out. I did a whole video with Herms explaining the meaning of Ultra Instinct. And in Japanese, Ultra Instinct is referred to as the mastery of self movement, Migate no Gokui. That's what it's called. It's not called Ultra Instinct. Ultra Instinct is the name that Toei, and I know exactly who at Toei came up with this. It's the name that Toei Animation chose as a marketing name for the technique. Migate no Gokui is what the Japanese refer to as the mastery of self movement or the secret of egotism. There's wordplay because Migate no Gokui actually means two different things in Japanese. So Toriyama's trying to be kind of coy with it. He's trying to be, clever with it, but it does not translate to other languages as well as you would think. You have to kind of understand Japanese to really get the concept of this move or of the name. So I guess Toei and Shueisha decided that Ultra Instinct, or for the dub, Autonomous Ultra Instinct, would be a more fitting name. Herms goes on to say, the implication that just as Migate no Gokui plays with that fact that Migate is literally means body acting on its own, the term Wagamama, another term for selfish, will be used for its literal meaning as the ego wills it. Again, guys, try not to get confused here. Just understand the translation thing. It's basically a play on Ultra Instinct. So it could be called like Destructive Instinct. I mean, we'll find out what they're actually going to call it in the Viz translation. That's when we're going to know because the Viz translation is overseen by Shueisha. And because of that, they're going to figure out what the name is. He goes on to say, and this will presumably somehow tie into Vegeta's gimmick of getting stronger the higher his fighting spirit goes, or some other new trick that he has. Maybe the idea is that his power follows his will, reflecting the higher fighting spirit, higher power thing. I like that. Even though I think that everybody should have that power because it's logical that everyone has fighting spirit, it does seem to fit with Vegeta a little bit more. The Gokui part is the same as Migate no Gokui, and as before, this means the secret of mastery. Secret of mastery for some reason, for some skill, and not just an ordinary secret. Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. So he's basically saying that Migate does not just mean secret; it means secret of mastery. Like these words in Japanese don't have direct translations, guys. They don't have direct translations. You can't just do like you know in Spanish, hamburger is hamburguesa. You can't just do that with some of these Japanese words. One word or one phrase could mean like a whole sentence for us and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? We got more panels, by the way. Stand by. Leave a like. Leave a like down below. Leave a like, and if you're new, subscribe. Notification. We talk about Dragon Ball here. And like Migate no Gokui being localized Ultra Instinct, presumably Shueisha and or Toei and or other powers that be already have an official English name lined up that will probably be quite different from any literal translation, which is what I'm talking about. It's going to have a name. And DBS Hype and DBS Chronicles already have come up with a name for it, but it might not be that name. We're not going to know until the manga actually comes out. Obviously, Vegeta says Kakarot rather than Goku. Sorry about that. I blame having Goku on the brain. Curse you, Freud. So he's saying that Vegeta refers to him as Kakarot, not Goku. He goes, you could say the key differences between Goku and Vegeta's God techniques is that both names mean selfish, but Goku's is named for the physical body and Vegeta's is mental self. And presumably the nature of Vegeta's technique reflects that difference. So that is a big thing you need to understand is that Goku's is about his Goku's physical body letting loose and being able to not be controlled by Goku's brain. The mastery of self movement, Ultra Instinct. Your body's moving instinctually to block moves and to counterattack. Whereas Vegeta's is all about mental. So the mastery of mental movement. I don't know. Who knows? It's just very, very Buddhist. It's a very Buddhist thing. Let's get back to the manga panels here. This is the last one. This is a transition from DBS Chronicles. Vegeta says, don't compare this to that boring technique. He's talking about UI. If Kakarot's is autonomous, then mine's is conquering. You can call mine instinct of conquest. Now, again, that is his name for it. That is not the official name. We're not going to have the official translated name, the official Shueisha translated marketing name. You know what I'm saying? Until I'm using air quotes because it's not the real name. I mean, Ultra Instinct is not even the real name of that move. It's Mastery of Self Movement. But whatever. UI is fine. I like the name Ultra Instinct. So Conquest Instinct, Destructive Instinct. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you would call this technique. I want to know what you are going to call this technique before we have the official name. What do you think it should be called? Destructive instinct, conquering instinct, mental instinct. Do you not want to use the word instinct at all? Like, let me know. But anyways, this is what I have for you so far. Vegeta's still whooping up on Granola. We don't know what's going to happen next, yo. We don't know what's going to happen next. We still got more spoilers coming. When they do come out, I'll drop a video on it. Once again, thank you for your support. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.